A wind rushes in. Cherry blossom petals fill the air. It's Colonel Sanders! He's arriving at school! Oh no, not Newt. Stand back and admire his majestic glory. Colonel Sanders' horse is truly a thing of beauty. Look at him. Now back at me. Now back at him. He is on a horse. Without ever acknowledging that he's been watched, he does a short horse dance. A short horse dance? Before dismounting with a flourish, he then slaps the beautiful creature gently on its rear, sending it running free into the countryside. You are so struck by the sight of him that you lose the ability to speak coherently. Oh, I didn't realize anyone was watching. Don't worry, he knows his way home. You attempt to contemplate or compliment Colonel Sanders, but the words don't come out, exactly right. What a horseful beaut you have! I mean, what a horseful beaut you have! Dang it! That's what I just said. Being a good friend, Miriam attempts to cover for you. Oh, Shepard, just get really nervous around people they like. What? That's not helping! I mean, they got food poisoning and we were up all night. It was gruesome. You should not have seen it. You should have seen it. You should have not seen it. You don't want to have seen it at all. She gives you a wink and a smile, as if to say situation handled. Can't blame a girl for trying. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you can see your two rivals, Ashley and Von Von, are really doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad. Oh my gosh, is Miriam texting the secret ingredients to Von Von and Ashley? That traitorous biscuit! You try and get a peek over Von Von's hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? Tell them to stop acting immature, or do we act like you're not interested in them, but really try and get a closer look? I think we tell them to stop acting immature. You immediately dress the rivals down for their immature behavior. Culinary school is to be respected. This kind of nonsense is a waste of everyone's time. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the Emperor of Cooking School, are you? You make the rules? I'm not sure you know a good meal if I ate you. If it ate you. Or I ate you, you know, either or. And the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. Ha ha ha. And you finally get a look at what they was hiding. And you instantly recognize it. It's a book, just like the one you found after your encounter with the Spork monster. That's the same book that I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Von Von, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. This book is a family heirloom, and its contents are secret. You've noticed that they haven't been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. We're playing, hee. Before you can dig any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students, and it's almost time for class. Meep, 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 meep. Clegg must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Von Von's meaty foot. Yeah, watch it, you bucket bolts. You don't know. You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do nothing. Yeah, snip, nyap, gop up. Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such a language, not even from a stand mixer. Womp womp. No, your mother was a stand mixer. Von Von jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Von Von, sending him flying across the room. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them. Don't fight with Clank, he's made of metal. Metal sucker for love. Sorry, what was that line about potato skins? We don't talk about potato skins. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know that this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena, at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I got lofty career aspirations to focus on. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town. My tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn. You try to give Sprinkles a pat on the head, but he snarls at you. Sorry, I got a little worked up if people try and pet me before I've had my morning coffee. Let that be a lesson to you. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. You want to pay attention to the lesson. Truly, you do. Which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed the name. But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. Ooh, excuse me. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, Shepard? Naturally, this appears to be a sample platter. Which item do you want to sample? I think it's between these two. Ashley is a female dog. I think it's between these two. Dog biscuit? Alright, Luigi says dog biscuit. It's gonna kill us, but let's do it. Because of the shape it's baked into, you assume the dog biscuit is a treat made by Sprinkles, an example of his own culinary talents, perhaps. You reach out for it when Sprinkles jumps up and bites you under your cooking iron! Apron, rather. Cooking apron. What kind of monster would steal a dog's favorite biscuit? Your apron is left in tatters. The entire class looks in horror as you fall unconscious from the embarrassment. I never even got to taste it. Is this the end? You fade into darkness. But something is there. The Spork Monster? Borko, what are you doing here?
It's not your time, my friend. Your act of kindness has not been forgotten. You watch.
You watch as your apron magically repairs itself. You won't have to live in embarrassment anymore. Thank you, my friend, wherever you are. Which item do you want to sample? A shimmering pepper is probably going to kill us with the heat, but we're going to try it anyway. A brightly colored pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in the most eye-catching way, so naturally, you reach out and grab it, and eat it right away. However, your body is not prepared for this level of heat. The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. It feels like forever as you trip through the universe. Oh, my friend, oh! This guy again. I'm here to give you an important message. Oh, you must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is cough, cough. I was saying to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is cough, cough. Sorry, I think I got something stuck in my throat. It's fine, I'll work through. To fulfill the prophecy, you feel yourself begin to regain consciousness. Oh, man. You come to find everyone is staring at you. That pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and now it is gone forever? You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim. And your arrivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared via timed competitive cook. The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. Demand they stop wasting everyone's time or step up and tell them you're on. Oh, you're on. A bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. Even if I have to wipe the tables with all the fools, including you two, before I set my lunch down on it, then so be it. I'm not the fool. Accents are hard. I am not fool. You are fool. Good, Von Von. I like your gumption, Shepard. I'll be watching your performance. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not sports court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least not until we turn on the timer. Timer ready. Just then, a huge light blasts in your face, flashing the words, timer ready. That is what I am talking about? Oh, woo! I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me, in case anyone was wondering. I hope its message lifts you to victory. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and I know it's my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself. Ooh. Y'all hear this music? Oh yeah. Oops, all bangers. You add this chicken and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day one, and you're feeling like you could really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. What temperature does water boil out? That's 100 degrees Celsius. That's right, but how would you have gotten into this school without knowing that? Oh, when it gets too hot, my fire belly, let that entice offer motivate you. You're gonna need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Santa's recipe exactly, but you have an idea. How many herbs and spices? It's 11 herbs and spices. That's right, you might not know all the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. Tail wiggling intensifies. Good music, good. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers you the most flavors? Oh, crap. What state of mind? Gratitude. That's right. You must never take this opportunity for granted if you hope to succeed. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You'd better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. Now would be a great time to harness that energy. So where does it come from? Deep beneath the surface of the Pacific, the shoulder of Orion, a small town. Oh, crap, dang it, dig nabbit, it's a small town. Bollocks. This is a horrible time to stop forgetting important things. Next question. You try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What's the sound of success? Silence. That's right, when you taste your cooking, they will be so taken with it that they'll be unable to speak. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you, Shepard. He's actually cheering you on. Which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you were doing. Now all you could think about is Colonel Sanders riding a magnificent horse. How many spoonfuls of gravies would it take to fill a traditional Victorian tub? Crap. What were you thinking? Get your mind back into the competition. You're stranded on a desert island with only dessert cookbooks. Which do you take? What a hunk. I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you be focusing on the challenge? You're falling behind. Sorry, I forgot the question. You work together in a gondola. What does that have to do with crafting special fried chicken? Absolutely nothing. Pay attention, Shepard. Pay attention. Woof woof. You're really struggling to keep up now. At the next station over, Ashley has already begun plating elements of her dish. It's colorful, complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough into a stand mixer as you do. The crowd grasps, and gasps. Same thing. Yikes! Yep, yep. I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow applicant utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. Weird. You might not have any hands, but Shepard does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. There's an easier way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. When When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hands in the mixture to rescue the dough, but it's overmixed. Oh, before it's overmixed. Shepard, no! But you're not fast enough, and your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quickly spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What you often find is that the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. Everyone stop what you're doing right now. The battle is over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. That's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of Shepard's enjoy. You see Sprinkles has begun to lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. Well, basically I'm the sweetest. I skipped straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavors that taste good and tells a story of excellence. I was gonna ask Shepard to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be a little bit too difficult for your hands. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hands. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Inside, you'll find a delicate fried cheese croquet atop a slice of honeycomb ice cream 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry gelée. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger into the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you. As he places a sauce-covered finger into his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Internalize the rage you feel. Put yourself between them. Internalize it. We'll have our time. We'll have our time. Where'd you go? Make such desserts. Your rage burns so intensely within your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester. Perhaps forever. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run to the quad to be alone. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from your devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out, you know. I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer, Colonel, if you know what I mean. I'll never be a master chef. Failure's a part of life, not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've ever failed at nothing before? That's exactly what I think. Well, then think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you, enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated, owning a horse. Well, handsome, sure, I was born that way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends just like you. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something, and no amount of hours of labor, money, would deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite inside of him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay. Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst. It's the Spork Monster.